Hello, listeners. This is Lee Price.
This is Will Ford from Football 365.
And you're listening smartly to At the Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast, although I would describe it as the Chelsea FC podcast.
Magical from Eden Hazard.
Mata into a trap. What about that?
In the middle, it's just behind him, but it's taken by Hakim Ziyech. Matic with the ball driver. Matic takes the net off.
Palmer, João Pedro, it's three, and Chelsea are running away with the FIFA Club World Cup final.
Hat-trick hero, Cole Palmer wins an epic, sensational game.
It's time for another episode of At the Bridge Pod, your number one Chelsea FC podcast. Coming up on this episode,
dust off your Stetsons, get on your saddles, because we are entering the Last Chance Saloon. Oh, welcome back everyone to another episode of At the Bridge Pod. I'm your host, Mike. I'm joined in this virtual room roaring with lions. I've got Ollie, I've got Chris. Friday show on a Thursday. It's rightful place. Team. We still got a couple of days left to squeeze out of this World Cup lemon. So
no, we haven't.
You've got a bronze medal game.
Well, World Cup's finished, mate. It's over.
No, you've got a bronze medal game.
Nobody cares anymore.
Bronze medal's important. Look, what are your moments of the World Cup this week?
I've got a good one. In the France-Spain game, I went with Mikel Oyarzábal's penalty. What a pen!
What a pen!
Steps up, no stuttering, no commitment, smashes it into the side netting. No chance for the keeper to get it. That's how you take a pen in a World Cup semi-final.
I mean,
yeah, it's also how you play in a World Cup semi-final, the way Spain did.
Oh,
I don't know what you're insinuating, Chris.
I was so annoyed because when Enzo scored, I'd already wrote a tweet out 10 minutes prior saying Enzo will score today. And I wish I'd sent it. It doesn't really matter. It's clout. I couldn't be bothered. But it was a great goal. Absolutely great goal. And
yeah, I should save it.
Yeah, I think Pickford should.
Max, middle of the goal.
It's Pickford was pulling out his inner Kepa there, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Middle of the goal should never go in. Pathetic.
Look, at the end of the day, last night it was a win-win for me. If Argentina won, then my team in the sweepstakes are in the final. I've made profit. And if England won, they're one step closer to a bank holiday that we could get. And then I found out that the said bank holiday would be Friday, that's going to be coming up next week. And that's the day that I'm driving down to the coast with my girlfriend for a nice little break. And I thought, suddenly, I've become even more of an anti-England fan. I thought, I don't want this. I don't want this at all.
Don't worry, mate. It's never going to happen. So...
Oh, but I'll say it once and I'll say it twice. Why the government did not give a bank holiday for the Lionesses when they won the Euros for the second time is still a disgrace. That was so deserving of one, and they bottled it.
Yeah, well, that's the government all over, isn't it? The men's team will never win anything. If we can't win a World Cup with the form Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane have been in, can't even make the final, then you got no chance. Might as well not even bother going to tournaments anymore. Pointless.
Well, you've heard it here
I'm
first.
not even sure. Can I say something controversial? I don't think England's squad was that good.
No, it wasn't.
Didn't have Cole Palmer.
It was Bellingham and Kane. The rest of them are shit.
Pretty much.
At the end of the day, can I just say that another reason to, if you were ordering your Valentin Barco shirts for Christmas, he seems to be in the headlines yet again. I'm telling you, we've now got a shithouse on our hands. He's going to become, honestly. Oh, I think everyone, I'm going to be careful here because I don't want to cap flack. There was a lot of distaste towards Chelsea's Twitter for tweeting about Enzo Fernandez. It's interesting. No other club got that much, and I did see the comments, and I just thought, social media brings out, I think, instant reactions to everything. I think sometimes you just have to be just a little bit calmer, because when emotions are high, logic is so low, and that's why
like Cole Palmer.
You've also got to not be stupid, though. And
that's not possible. This is 2026. This is 2026.
As an English club, don't put anything on your social media Argentina related.
I can't do that.
I don't care. I don't care that he plays for us. I couldn't give a shit. At least give it a day.
Can't do it.
Exactly.
Can't do it.
So stupid.
Just absolutely can't do that. It's not possible.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. We just can't.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
There it is.
Right. Shevva shout-outs. Josh Richmond Music. A realistic free agent that would have improved us is Jonathan Rowe from Bologna. He would instantly be better than everyone who played left wing this season, and he cooked Aston Villa in the Europa. Can I just say, Josh, I agree, because my knowledge of this Jonathan Rowe is I signed him on my recent FIFA career mode, and he's been amazing for me. Absolutely amazing.
That's it.
He's
sign him up.
He's not a free agent though.
No, I don't.
I
thought he was going to cost money for Bologna. No.
Yeah, he plays for Bologna. He's still there.
Yeah, that does disqualify you from being a free agent signing, I suppose.
Yeah, it does really. Yeah,
a little bit, teeny bit.
Do you think Bologna would accept if we just said, "Can we have him for free"?
Hey,
do you know what? I'm not sure they would.
Was it Newcastle? Was it Spurs that went to Newcastle with Tonali and said, "We're going to offer you the same money again, and you're going to take it into consideration again"? Oh, right. Jack has said, "Very professional pod today, boys. Keep up the good work." And you think
no one's ever said that before?
No, that's a bot comment. That's not real.
Followed up by Hoy, who said, "Mikey's yes. Shades of the Galazzo one. My ears." Professional pod days. Professional pod. Oh, Galazzo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love a lot, Galazzo.
I think that's my favourite sound clip that we do. I think.
Ever? Yeah. What about the trumpet?
That was so loud.
Oh, right. Thank you, as always, for your reviews, thoughts, everything else you give us in those comments. If you want yours read out potentially on the next one, head over to Spotify, drop a comment on this episode, and hey, you may get read out on the next one. So with that, let's hit some news. I'm really scraping the barrel here, but we will check out some stuff that you've not missed at all in the elevator of Chelsea news. Chelsea are closing in on the signing of Melvin Mallard from Manchester United for a fee that would be a club record sale for Manchester United women. Chelsea have been calling around looking for an experienced third choice keeper. Philip Jorgensen is an option for Strasbourg, but Philippe's less than enthusiastic about a move. Chelsea have not ended their pursuit of Morgan Rogers. Chelsea are still working behind the scenes for Maxence Lacroix. Roma have sent 2 bids in for Garnacho with an option to buy, which becomes a mandatory buy under certain conditions, like qualifying for the Champions League. And finally, we love talking about Brentford. They're continuing their commitment, aren't they, to affordability and sustainability by announcing their new home shirt will be yet again worn to the end of the 27-28 season. It's another 2-year shirt. We love that. I love that. It makes shirts much more sustainable, much more affordable. We like Brentford, don't we, Chris?
I like them for that.
They've been doing it. They've been doing the MLS model, like they rotate their away and their home shirt. It's brilliant. I think it's absolutely. I
think it's a good idea. Yeah, I think some of the excitement of the new shirts has sort of gone off anyway. I remember a time when fans used to get really excited about the new shirt coming out, but judging by the fact, like, we'll see next season's shirt for Chelsea in November.
Yeah, I was gonna.
So by the time it comes out, you're like, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when there's a film coming out and it comes out so like all the trailers come out so far in advance and you've seen all the little bits of it. You don't want to see it by the time it actually arrives.
Yeah,
exactly. I stand by the rule of I watch one trailer and that's it. Anything else they release after, don't care. Don't watch them. I'm happy with one trailer.
I don't think you should be releasing a trailer for a film that comes out in 2028.
It's a bit like when they announce a video game and they go, "Oh, this game is coming summer 2029," and you think, "I'm going to forget. Yeah. Don't do that. I'm gonna no." Yeah,
Mikey, just a quick one. Who is the French centre back that we're linked with again?
It's Lacroix. What's his name? What's his name?
Lacroix.
Oh dear.
Yeah, because he's French.
Max Lacroix. Max Lacroix. Garnacho, Philippe.
We'll just call him Max for now on.
Shout out to Philip Jorgensen for just saying, "I don't want to go to Strasbourg." I thought that was, for some reason,
where does he? He doesn't want to stay. He doesn't want to go. Make your mind up.
I also liked the fact that we are calling around for an experienced third choice keeper. Like I said, there is fuck all news. What about Mallard quacking signing that? I think if we can get that over the line.
Boo.
Oh God.
Boo.
Oh,
That was bad. You should feel
terrible.
bad.
Terrible.
But I can't even find the thanks for that I'll be here. Where was that? I've not played that thing in so long that I can't find the. No, can't. Where is that? There was an actual sound drop we did for that.
Professional pod, they said.
Yeah, that was.
That's us, everyone, through and through.
But is there any news that you think?
No,
No, there's fuck all
Not
news 'cause
really.
it's the World Cup, isn't it? There's nothing on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh, found it.
Hey, thanks a lot. I'll be here all week.
And with that type of performance, I won't be here for long. I'm not getting a second night. Yeah, so we'll just go straight into the podcast main segment. Sorry,
Yeah, you
guys.
should probably do the actual podcast that people are here to listen to, shouldn't we?
Let's right. You
Yeah,
know,
we could give it a go, I suppose.
let's enter. Because guess where we're doing? Dust off your saddles, get your Stetsons at the ready. We're returning to one of our favourite annual episodes. We're heading into Last Chance. Oh, hello, Mudrick. You're still here. You're meant to have gone. What are you doing? Go. Don't know why he's here.
He never left.
Bless him. He's doing some keepy uppies. I don't know. He's trying to keep his match fitness up. I bless him. Anyway, every squad we have players facing a defining season for them, whether that's because they're just inconsistent, maybe because injuries, there's competition for their place, or maybe you just think, you know what, time's running out for you. Of course, we're going to look at the Chelsea players entering their make or break campaigns, and we just ask one simple question. Is this their last chance to prove they belong at Stamford Bridge? And this is now our third visit to the Last Chance Saloon, and as tradition dictates, we first need to check in on who we already have sat at the bar, or at least who was. So when we opened the saloon in 2024, our list included Enzo Fernandez, Mikhailo Mudryk, Robert Sanchez, Reece James, Noni Madueke, and Raheem Sterling. And then last year, the saloon welcomed Romeo Lavia, Wesley Fofana, Trevor Chalobah, Malo Gusto, Nicholas Jackson, Robert Sanchez returned, and Pedro Neto. So answers on a postcard, do you think put Pedro Neto in our Last Chance Saloon? Some of those players obviously have earned another shot. Some have moved on. Others are somehow still nursing their same drink.
I was going to say, some of them are still there, ladies and gentlemen.
They're
we'll
still
find out
there.
which one.
A couple of them are the landlord now.
No, they're in the second chance saloon, Chris. We've learned that Mikhailo Mudryk is not there yet. So let's find out who's going to be taking a seat in the Last Chance Saloon this year. Have I got three players? I did find three. The third one was a little bit more difficult.
I
I
found
can't
three
believe you
quite
struggled
easily.
to find three. I struggled to only pick three.
No,
I was trying to find three that I could pick for different reasons, and I couldn't even do that, really.
Well, that's poor. That's poor for four. I will open the doors. It's a familiar face. A year away. He's returning. It's our captain. It's Reece James.
He's also one of mine.
Come on, Chris. I'm so happy you said that because I was worried when
I haven't put him in, but I can see why you would.
I will tell you why. Because looking back at the 24-25 season, he missed 25 matches with reoccurring hamstring issues. And despite that, he didn't return to the saloon the following year for myself. And then last season, we had the same story, didn't we? We had another 14 games missed through hamstring issues. And at the recent World Cup for England, there were fresh concerns over his fitness. Last night, he did go off because he looked like he'd felt something. We don't know. I've not seen anything today as of recording, so don't know. And I'm being completely serious when I say this. I think this is Reece James's last point in the Last Chance Saloon because I can't keep having the same conversation every single season. He turned 27 this year. The reality is players don't become more durable as they get older. If this keeps continuing, I'm not going to let him have a third round. I'll go as far as saying this. I'll go with this. If he misses more than 5 games through injury this coming season, we need a difficult chat. We need to have a chat about moving him on and handing that captaincy to someone who can consistently be on that football pitch for Chelsea. and I've got stats here to back me up here because the numbers are impossible to ignore. Since getting into our first team, he's never had a season where he's missed fewer than 5 games through injury. In fact, 5 games back in 2020-21 is the healthiest season of his career. Every other campaign, it gets worse. Every other campaign has gotten worse, with the lowest total after 5 being 12 games. Across his Chelsea career so far, he's averaged 20.7 games missed per season through injury.
That's a lot.
That is
That's a lot.
insane.
It's hard to ignore that. The numbers don't lie, and Reece James is as good as it's the same story. Like you say, Mikey, we're having this same conversation is as we were been having years ago. He's really good when he plays, but how often is that? And at the end of the day, especially as a captain, you got to be available. You just have to be.
Yeah, because his quality, I'm not knocking his quality. He's amazing. It's heartbreaking to see a player of that quality, and for me, for a captain, it's just unsustainable. I love him so much. He's amazing. And I believe that when he's fit, he's one of the best right backs in the world. I believe that. But I need my captain on the pitch, not watching from the stands in his clothes. This season, I want him to be a Nokia 3310. I want him reliable, durable, and he's always there when I need him. I don't want him to be a McDonald's ice cream machine. They are brilliant when they work. Amazing. But they're unavailable more often than not. I can't have that this season. Chris, why is he sipping a pint?
Very similar reasons. Injuries, obviously. We've seen towards the end of last season that the minute you got him to play more than 1 game a week, he was done. You've seen it at the World Cup.
Yeah.
He played 2 games at the World Cup and got injured because the games was too close together. He's also been incredibly poor for England at the World Cup. And eventually, all of these injuries and games missed will have an effect on his performance as well. He can't keep turning up and being really good, but then missing 12 games, coming back and just thinking, oh, he'll be really good again. Football doesn't work like that. And especially as you get older, it will affect his performance. So not only will we not see him most of the time, but when you do see him, he'll be average anyway. So you won't want to see him. So
I think we're already starting to see that, to be honest. If you think about Reece James and the player he used to be, think of 2021 Reece James or 21-22 Reece James. That's not the same player we have now.
No, it's really not. And he's also in there though for another reason for me. I'm not convinced his leadership is good enough.
I agree with that as well. Personally, I'd want to be giving that armband to someone else, but I can understand why they won't.
I think the main issue with him as a leader is I think he's too nice. He doesn't come across as someone who wants to upset people. And I don't think you can have that in a leader. I think they have to be willing to call people out. And he doesn't do that. He doesn't really hold people to a very high standard either. Whenever we had shit games last year and he did interviews after, it was all very, PR, wishy-washy. The lads gave everything, Graham Potter style. Like, they didn't know Reece. And you shouldn't be saying that now because, when you lose 3 games in a row, eventually you need someone to start calling people out. That's what captains should be doing. I understand after 1 bad game, you back your players, you back your teammates fine publicly. But we've been in really bad runs of form on numerous occasions while Reece James has been captain, and he's never said anything about it. He's never come out and said that the team are falling below the standards we expect. I just don't think he understands that. And I think one of the main issues with him as the leader is it's hard to be like that when you don't play all the time.
You can't hold people to account because they're going to turn around and say, well, where have you been?
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's one of them where you think your captain has to be first name on the team sheet, plays every game. And even if Reece James would be that if he was fit, we know he can't be because he's never fit. So he can't be the captain of this team. He could be a club captain, sure, but as a team captain, he just can't do that. So for me, I'm with you, Mikey. I think the minute he gets a hamstring injury this year, you cut him loose because what's the point? What is the point of him if he's never on the pitch?
No. Ollie, who's your first player walking in?
Well, you see, I walked into the Last Chance Saloon this morning. I was trying to check out the patrons ahead of, the regulars about ahead of the episode today. I was seeing who was out. I was scoping the bar around, seeing who was at the tables playing poker. And I looked behind the bar and I thought, I've seen you in here before. I said, I'll have a Spanish tequila, please.
Ooh.
It's Robert Sanchez.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
No.
No.
Yeah.
He
Put
is.
your hands
He
up
is.
and
Right
fuck
now.
off.
No.
He is fully in the Last Chance Saloon. In fact, he is the
Why?
barman now.
No,
of
he's
the
not.
Last Chance Saloon because he's been in the Last Chance Saloon every single season that we've done this, and there's a reason for that. Because you can't rely on him. You just can't. And the thing is we couldn't rely on him for different reasons. Some seasons it was because he was making lots of mistakes. Other reasons it was because he was making lots of mistakes. Other reasons it was because he was making lots of mistakes.
Very false.
But now,
It's not true.
my issue for me is arguably it's not even his fault that he's in the Last Chance Saloon. There's a young Belgian barkeep who's come into town recently, and he's pretty good. And he's eyeing up that main barman spot, but not at the Last Chance Saloon. No, he's going to the fancy joint down the way. And I'm worried if I'm Robert Sanchez because I'm taking one look at this kid coming in and I'm thinking my spot's not safe. And if you are a Chelsea fan, you are surely thinking that as well coming into the next season. So for me, Robert, your time at the helm of between the sticks might be over this season.
Ollie, I've just had a VAR review come in.
Decision is red card.
Get out. I'm not having it. How? I need to not get wound up by this, but I get wound up every time. I get suckered in every time. I'm annoyed. No, it's bollocks. Chris, give me another player. And if it's Sanchez, fuck off. I ain't having it. No.
It's not. It's Cole Palmer.
Same.
Ooh, that's a good one. I
Same.
didn't even
Yeah.
think about putting him in.
I
but
did.
I like the.
I
shout.
did. Go on, Chris, take the lead.
I've said it before on here. There's no excuses for him this year. No excuses. Back end of last season, he declared to everyone that he was 100% fit. He's had a summer off. He's going to have a full preseason. He's going to be playing
1 game a week.
1 game a week, playing in a system that should get the best out of him. There's no excuses. Either he gets back to somewhat near the level that he was in his first season, or we'll just never see that Cole Palmer again. And the issue is with someone like Palmer, if he's not at the level he was season 1 in terms of his output in goals and assists, he offers you very little else. So if he's not scoring and making goals, he doesn't really offer anything else to the team, and you almost have to carry him, which is fine to do if he's winning you games. But the minute those sort of players stop winning you football matches, no manager in the world wants them in their team because they're a hindrance more than a help. And I think Palmer's reached that point now where there was times last season where we looked a better team when Palmer weren't playing.
Yeah, I've made what some people will see as a debatable pick with Reece James. I know some people have back him, and I respect that. And I felt that Cole Palmer was going to be my controversial second choice. But I think before everyone jumps at into the comments about this decision from me and Chris, I think Chris is spot on. For me, I'm judging Palmer's season last as a whole, not on a handful of his standout moments, because people are going to say the Club World Cup final, and that's a double season.
That's ancient history in football terms, though, isn't it?
I think you have to take a step back and look at his entire 25-26 campaign from August. And I don't feel it was even an average season. In fact, the stats show it was comfortably his weakest season in a Chelsea shirt. And to be fair, that could be said for plenty of our players. Chelsea did finish 10th. We didn't finish 10th because we were good. So I'd say there weren't too many who came away with heads held high. But I hold Cole Palmer to a much higher standard than most because I've already seen what he can show us. He arrived
my concern for putting Palmer in the Last Chance Saloon, I'm not really against it. My concern is if someone like Palmer in this team goes, someone who can score those goals and can, when he chooses to, or when he's on his best form, can win you those games, who's going to do it?
Well, he didn't do it last season, did he?
No, he didn't. And look where we ended up. Nobody filled the gap. So the question is if not him, who? And if not now, when?
The thing is, when he came in, he transformed our team. His first season, he went from just this exciting prospect to one of the best players in the Premier League. He earned a Ballon d'Or nomination. That's insane in your first season. And his second campaign saw a slight dip, but he was still one of our standout performers. And then last season was a genuine step backwards. Someone's going to say, Mikey reached double figures for goals. He did. 5 of those came from the spot. I mean, those numbers look respectable on paper, but they don't tell you the story. They don't tell you everything. And his overall influence last season, his creativity that we love, and his ability to dictate the game just wasn't at the level that we expect from him. And I would argue he didn't even give 50% in some games. He looked completely checked out. And I know he's a laid back character, and I will use that to defend him because sometimes that's just your personality. I know myself, I can be too chilled and people think you don't give a shit. When I do, that's just my personality. But his performances were just so poor. And my concern is now that we don't allow his rep to protect him from criticism. Yeah. Every top player has to be judged by the standards that they've set themselves. He set that bar so high, and I don't want him to become one of those players who's remembered more for his off-the-pitch profile, his personalised cold Palmer branding, and obviously the 4-pack of cold premium ice, and his appearances in music videos. I don't know if they're any good shipment-wise. They might be melted when they arrive. But look, I want the Cole Palmer we saw under Poch. I want the fearless guy. I want the decisive man, the man capable of winning a game just by his own sheer power of will. And that's why
if anyone is going to give him a bit of a kick up the arse, though, it's going to be someone like Xabi Alonso. I mean, surely Palmer's going to look at him with such reverence as a former player, right?
That's exactly it. I think he's in the Last Chance Saloon, not because I think he's a bad player, but because I believe he's capable of more. And if next season
he doesn't show it, then your tab's coming due.
If this season is average or worse, my word, back-to-back disappointing seasons for him, you gotta have a difficult conversation whether he's the player to build around, because the answer's going to be no. Ollie, who's your next player?
So, as I was walking out of the Last Chance Saloon this morning, I saw someone pull up in a bus stop just outside the Last Chance Saloon, and they walked straight inside. And I thought, I've never seen you here before. You must have literally just got here, and you've walked straight into the Last Chance Saloon. And he said, "It's nice to meet you, mate. My name's Jamie Gittins."
Yeah.
Because for me, there's a lot of things working against Gittins, and the reason why he's in the Last Chance Saloon. One, he was a lot of money, 50-odd million quid, and he's done pretty much next to nothing, apart from a fluke goal against Wolves, which we all remember, and that was good. But it's not enough for the money that we've spent on him. He's not really shown anything. If anything, I think he looks maybe 1/10 of the player that was at Dortmund, in terms of his willingness to go past people, his confidence, his ability to take on his fullback, to really drive at defenders and actually make them uncomfortable. He just doesn't seem to have that same physical edge in the Premier League. Or maybe it's taking an adjustment period for him, and quite a hefty one at that. But for me, there were a lot of that left wing spot, especially last season, was wide open, right? You had Garnacho who could play there, Neto who could play there, and of course Gittins who could play there, and none of them really impressed. And I just think, even if amongst all of that free competition, I mean, even if you were bang average, he probably would have had half a chance at claiming that spot for most of the season. But he was woefully poor, and so unfortunately, I think it might be a really short stay for him in our little town next to the Dog and Pheasant, and the Last Chance Saloon and the Second Chance Saloon. Because for me, I don't see a way back for him unless he starts performing.
Yeah, I can understand your point. I'm excited for what he could bring, because he was. I know it's Wolves, bless them. What other than Wolves weren't the best season for him. It wasn't the best season. Chris and I have got one left. Ollie, who's your third player?
My third player is he's been in the Last Chance Saloon before. He disappeared for a year, went on a gap year to Germany, and now he's back again. It's
Oh,
Nicholas Jackson.
wow.
Not out of the nature of I think he's a bad player, because I don't.
No.
But the way I see it is he fell out with our previous manager, was throwing elbows at everybody, sort of left in a bit of a hump and a disgrace. I know a lot of people don't really remember that. Um, yeah, and then he's gone off to Bayern Munich, which is fair enough, on loan, see how he does. Played behind Kane the whole season, didn't really play all that much, didn't score many goals. What I can only hope is that he's come back, and when he comes back, one, that we do give him a chance, but two, that he's actually learned something from one of the best strikers on the planet. Just something, anything that can help push him up the pecking order above someone like Liam Delap. Because at the end of the day, if you're not getting in this squad over the likes of Liam Delap, you don't deserve to be here. And for me, he's good. He's gone away to Germany. He's had a nice glass of German beer, but now he's back. Right now, he's back in England drinking English whiskey, and he needs to show me what he can do now, because I think the jury's still out on him. When he was here, and he's had a lot of chances. He's probably been in the second chance saloon more times than we can count. But so like, for example, when he had that whole season under Pochettino, where he was basically the only striker, and I think somewhat he flattered to deceive. I think he was good, but I don't think he was great. And he's had a lot of chances now. So I think for me, this is his last hope, really. Either you're going to finally kick on and be the player that we want you to turn into, or you're just not, and we're probably going to sell you for sort of 40, 50 million next summer. That's kind of the long and short of it, really.
But he is now working with a world-class English striker in Liam Delap, so it could improve.
If Delap has any influence on him whatsoever, they're both getting booted out.
So, I will run with my final player. Toughest decision. I was struggling to pick three names. I really was, because there are fair play to Chris. There are several players who could walk through that door. They could, but in the end, I've gone for someone who I felt comes with a lot of excitement, a lot of potential, and he hasn't matched the hype whenever he's given the opportunity. And I've chosen Josh Achampong.
Ooh,
I like that pick, though.
Thank you.
I think
Chris.
that's controversial. I think some people will disagree with you there.
For sure, but I like it.
I'll keep it short, because I think the reality is we haven't seen enough of him at first team level, but also that's why he's here, because there's a lot of talk about Achampong, and rightly so, because he's viewed as one of our brightest young talents from the academy. But when he has played, the performances have been fine. They sometimes are good. They are good, but they haven't yet reached that level that I think the hype suggests. Again, age is a thing. That is fair. I think the bigger question for me is, I keep coming back to, why hasn't he been trusted? Because last season, our defence was horrific. It was anything but settled. And there were injuries, there were inconsistencies, there were opportunities there to come in and make a position. Make it your own. Colwell's out, so you've got one of two. You can even play right back. And Reece James is never fit. Gusto was hardly great. I mean, Fofana was getting sent off every other week. And yet he was named in the matchday squad 35 times at 38 games. He started 8 of those matches, and he came off the bench 9 times. And I disregard those 9 sub appearances. And I mean that because they aren't 7 of those 9.
Most of the time, there was a couple of minutes, weren't they?
You know what, Chris? 7 of the 9 were 14 minutes or fewer. They're not meaningful. Those are what I would call garbage time minutes. They aren't enough for a young player to... You're a defender. What are you going to achieve in 14 minutes or less? You're not. How often were we annoyed by it? And I think, is he not ready? Is he not impressing enough in training? Oh, with the managers?
Old is he?
20.
20. Is he better than Colwell was at 20? Probably not. Is he better than Reece James was at 20? Probably not.
I think he's another one who's been overhyped.
If you're looking at the level of Cobham prospects that do come through, I like Josh. I think he's very talented. But Mikey's right. We haven't seen it yet. It hasn't clicked yet.
And we had 3 managers last season.
Yeah, I think the most concerning thing, as a fan, when you look at Achampong, it's not just one manager who hasn't fancied him, which happens all the time. Some managers don't like a certain profile of player, so they don't play. But then someone else comes in, and all of a sudden they really like them and they prosper, and everyone goes, "Oh, Why didn't the other bloke play him? That's fine. It's numerous. Not a single manager we've had has looked at him at any point and gone, I'm going to trust you. You know, Maresca said he was going to and then never did it.
That's the thing. Is it because he's just not doing it in training? A manager's seen something that they don't fully trust him. I think that's the strange part because, like we've said, 3 managers, none of them have felt comfortable giving him a proper run of starts. And this season is now massive. Whether he obviously stays at Chelsea and fights for those minutes or he heads out on loan, he needs to start playing games. He needs to force the issue because at this level, you cannot wait around hoping for your opportunity. You have to create one. You have to do it yourself because the talent's there. He needs to show everyone why he was hyped so highly. Otherwise, we're going to have to accept that his future will lie elsewhere. Simple as that. Chris, who's your final one? Unless you got something extra to say there.
No, that's fine.
Who have you got?
My final one is a bit tough, actually. Like, I had 2 people walking in together and then the bouncer stopped them and said, I can only let one in, lads.
Oh, no.
We have a saloon with a bouncer? That's
Fair
nice.
play. That's nice. Yeah.
That pair was Malo Gusto, who he doesn't quite make it in because he dropped his ID, so wasn't allowed in.
So annoying when you do that.
But the last one who did make it in for me is Pedro Neto.
Yes, he's back. Hang on, he was in last year for you. You picked him.
Yeah.
How can you be back in the Last Chance Saloon when you've already had your last chance?
Well, I'll be honest with you. He shouldn't be in there because he shouldn't be at the club anymore. So he shouldn't be an option. But he's still here.
He's still here.
I think he's got a real chance this year because he could be reinvented as a wing back. If that doesn't work out, though, I honestly don't see any reason to keep him around. I think one of the main issues we've had for quite a while now is we keep persevering with attacking players who have very, very low output. And people always try and go, yeah, but he offers this. I don't care. The reason why we're struggling is because our attackers' output is shit. And if you look at it, we've dropped so many points against shit teams down towards the bottom that you shouldn't drop points to. And if you actually watch most of those games, especially at home where we've dropped points to those teams, we've actually probably played all right, or we've started the game okay, and we've played okay for 60 minutes. We've maybe gone a goal up. We've ended up drawing that game 1-1, and then all the focus shifts to the goal we conceded and what happened. But if you've got good attackers...
There's no one killing the games off, is what you're saying.
Yeah, if you've got good attackers, you play well for 60 minutes at home against a team down the bottom, you go 2 or 3-0 up, the game's over. It doesn't matter then what happens in the last half an hour. The reason why our last half an hours are so important and why we drop so many points there is because we haven't killed the game off, because our attackers don't kill games off. They're not ruthless enough. Pedro Neto will score 1 goal every 12 games and everyone will go, oh, what a goal though. And everyone goes, oh, but he works really hard. I don't want attackers who work hard.
Postman, you don't want him on the wing for Chelsea.
Yeah. The main thing when you look at a forward player should not be, oh, he works hard. That should be an added bonus to what they're doing with the ball. And I think Pedro Neto doesn't offer anywhere near enough. He could save himself by being a wing back where that output isn't as important. And his hard work and pace is more important. But at the moment, if we're judging him as an attacker, he's not only in the Last Chance Saloon, he's nearly being kicked out because he's drunk and disorderly.
Well, there we have. We have our Last Chance Salooners sat in the nice tavern. I think 2 of them have been here before. Well, before back-to-back years in Robert Sanchez, which of course we all know is wrong, and Pedro Neto, who less so. So I would like to point out that Sanchez, home country, could win the World Cup.
Yeah, he hasn't played a single minute though.
He doesn't need to worry. He's not even there, but he's there in spirit, and that is what matters. So, any other players that you think could have easily just got in?
Chris is going to say, how long have you got?
That is justified.
Well, Liam Delap, if he's still here, Romeo Lavia, goes without saying, really. I mean, let's face it.
I mean, but the thing is for me, these are players
Fofana,
who are
Gusto.
not on their last chance. They're like the likes of Delap and Fofana and Lavia are players that should be kicked out already.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
I agree.
last year, everyone chose Wesley Fofana, and I think he fucked it up. I think it's done. It's over. Move on. Romeo Lavia,
Yeah.
I picked. I still feel for it. I'm like, dude, can you get one season? Can you do it? I at one point, I've just got to accept that he can't. And obviously,
I'm gonna make a biscuit bet this season.
Go on.
Right, Romeo Lavia is going to complete minimum of one full 90 for Chelsea.
A full 90. Whoa.
A full 90.
Do you know what I think we should do? The pod before this one next year, we should go through the ones who we've put in this year, and then we decide whether they're coming out because they've done well, or whether they're being kicked out because they've blown their last chance, and then we have to put different people in.
I like that a lot. I think there's an episode.
Because otherwise, someone like Pedro Neto is going to be in there every year. He's at Chelsea because he's shit.
Oh, hello, Pedro Neto. Hello, you're back here again. No, your bar tab's coming. You're going to be
yeah, that bard.
Who's the sheriff? He who has to pop in and
Jabby.
Oh no. Oh well, we'll go to, you know what? No. We will ask you, listeners, to let us know who you would put in the Last Chance Saloon for this year. If you disagree with any of our picks, that's fair. Tell us why. Tell us why in the comments or tweet us. And we will go to Quaresma's questions because I have interesting. Sin.mo7 said, would you guys like to see Omari Kellerman playing in cup games next season for Chelsea? Was very okay. Next question. Now, I think I want to see him play for Cardiff in the Championship. That's what I want.
I honestly don't want to watch him play anyway. I couldn't give a flying fuck about him, to be honest.
I'm sorry. If someone say, like, I can understand someone asking the question, but why? Why would someone want to see him play? We signed him for 20 million as a favour for Villa. That's all.
No. It was a legit signing because he's a top class player who's going to benefit the club. That's why we paid 20 million. Allegedly.
Oh.
I have Orange Unique, who said, do you think the club sold Santos to create a pathway for Walsh? No.
I wish.
No. I mean,
as if we have forward planning.
I don't think so.
As if we promote the youth.
He's the next sale for pure profit, baby.
I would love to see. I would love to see Reggie Walsh play more next season. He's kind of he's grown. He's sort of filled out his slightly taller frame over the summer. Yeah,
you know what?
Maybe he's got the physicality to play a little bit this season. I'd like to see him. I really would. More than Kellyman, anyway.
Do you know what's fucking hell? You know what's surreal about that? Because obviously, I think our next episode, it's obviously going to be the World Cup predictions, but the one after that is players to watch for us next season. We could have one going players to watch that could be sold for pure profit. Reggie Walsh is everyone's standout pick. Can he do it? Can he get us £20 million? Oh my word. Yeah, let us know who you think would be sold for pure profit. Fucking hell. Right, we will end the episode with, and I've got a feeling some people are going to say, Mike, this was less than an hour this week. Look, sometimes there's just not enough news. There really isn't.
It's the World Cup's on. You're lucky you're getting anything at all.
Whoa. You know what? Go for a walk, but listen to us at the same time. It's very important you do that. It's very important. So it's still the World Cup. Everybody loves a World Cup penalty shootout. Last week, I told you I wanted you to name me everyone who's won one. This week, I want you to tell me everyone who's lost one in the competition's history. And this is as of the 15th of July, but I don't need to worry because last night's game didn't go to penalties. So, who's winning at the moment? I have no idea. I think it's still Chris, I think. Let me load up the Google Doc and I will see. Oh, Berth won the last one. Okay. Rare for him on a Thursday. No shade there. So, Chris, you're leading. I will give Ollie the opportunity to name me a team that has lost one in the competition's history.
The Netherlands.
The Netherlands have lost 4: 98, 2014, 2022, 2026.
I was going to say, they always seem to get knocked out on penalties.
You aren't wrong. Only 2 other teams have equaled 4.
Italy.
Italy in 1990 and 1994 and 1998. Bad run there. Bad run again. Bad run of cups.
England. We must have. That's the whole meme, isn't it?
1990, 1998 and 2006.
France.
1982, 2006, 2022.
Has France been said?
Cheers, Berth.
AI Berth.
AI Berth. That's what maybe he should be in the Last Chance Saloon. I'm going to go with Spain.
1986, 2002, 2018, 2022.
Brazil.
1986, 2002, 2018, 2022.
Germany.
That's Germany, 2026. No other teams have lost 4 on this chart.
Mexico.
1986 and 1994.
Australia lost one at this World Cup.
They did. 2026 is their only loss.
Yeah, I must have missed that. Switzerland.
2010.
I'm just thinking of teams who get to the knockout stages quite regularly now, to be honest.
That is completely understandable.
Mikey, I'm going to go with your beloved Denmark.
Yes, 2018. Don't know who to. Was it England? No. Couldn't
I don't
have been.
remember.
No.
It was probably some shit team.
I'm going to look who it is.
I've got one.
Go on.
One of the most heartbreaking. Ghana.
2010.
After
You are
the Suarez
correct.
handball.
2010. You are correct.
I'm going to go with Russia because I think they were knocked out in the home World Cup on penalties.
You would be correct. 2018.
Colombia. England actually beat them on penalties.
Amazing.
Colombia, 1990 and 2026.
Right, we're in guessing territory now. Who gets to the World Cup a lot later in the tournament? Argentina. Maybe they've lost one.
2006.
That was lucky.
Wow, I've actually lost one. Japan. They're always knocking about in World Cups, aren't they?
Japan.
Yeah.
2010, 2022.
Not lucky. Are you in guessing mode as well now, Ollie?
Oh yeah. Big time. I'm gonna go with Sweden.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Chris can steal it.
Do I have an answer, though, is the question.
Yeah, that you need that to steal it. That
I was going to say, if you get this wrong, I'm back in.
You're back in. Yeah, just shout a name.
Like a penalty shootout in the in sudden death.
Portugal.
Portugal. No. I also realised that I can't read. Brazil got knocked out in 86 and 22. I accidentally merged 2 countries' dates together, so that was incorrect.
So hang on, am I back in then?
Yeah, you're back
you
in.
are.
Only Spain and the Netherlands have lost 4 times.
Trying to think of other countries that get to the World Cup a lot. Chile,
2014.
That's a great shout, by the way.
Oh,
thank you. It was between them and another country, and I wasn't. They'll probably be who I guess next.
Where has he pulled chili from?
Usually aisle 4. I think they sell that now.
Next to the rice and
Good.
next to the rice. Yeah.
Greece.
Greece, 2014. You are still in play.
Oh my
There
God,
remains.
What a save that is.
You are there. Are 5
How
countries
many?
left.
5 left.
5 left.
Really?
I think
I've just remembered one.
they're all countries you'd know.
This
Well
always
done, brain.
comes up in World Cup stuff. I'm gonna pick a historical one. I'm gonna go Yugoslavia.
1990. You are spot on.
Republic of Ireland, 2002.
Correct.
Didn't have to answer so quickly, Chris.
I know. Putting pressure.
I'm gonna go the other one that I was thinking of in South America. I'm gonna go with Ecuador.
No Ecuador.
Oh,
Chris, you're back in to win it. There's 3 left. There's 2 left. There's not 3. I can't bloody read. 2 left.
Belgium.
No. We go back to Ollie. I will give you the nations. I'll give you the continents.
yeah,
Europe, and South America.
South America
And Europe.
Ooh, Costa Rica.
Costa Rica is 2014. Chris, save it. You need the European nation.
We've done all the big ones.
European nation.
I reckon the only thing I can think is it's someone way back when. So who was good then? Like Romania.
Oh, he's done it.
Oh my God. I nearly said Bulgaria instead.
Oh, he's done it. You've named them all. So that means
Was that the famous one that they did in Romania where they all went blonde? Was that
That's what Tom brought that up on the World Cup 11.
I think it was Italia 90, wasn't it?
Yeah,
they lost the penalty shootout.
Or 94. Man. Yeah, you're right.
We're tie breaking, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that means we have to the nearest number. How many appearances did Alvaro Morata make for Chelsea across all competitions according to Transfer Marked?
Oh, this is tough because I can't remember how many years he was with us.
It wasn't many, was it?
Naturally, I will go to Ollie.
Oh, I'm not sure. Got to judge it. I mean, he was there for. Must have been 3 seasons.
Just so you know, Ollie, I've already got my number that I'm gonna say.
Just say
I'm not gonna shit house you and be like, I'll just wait for Ollie to answer and then go.
All right,
I'll just go 2 up from there.
I think he was there for 2 or 3 seasons, so I'm gonna say 75.
Okay, 75. Chris,
my answer was 77.
77. I can tell you that it was a number in the 70s.
Oh no.
I can also tell you that one of you is 2 off.
Wow.
He has played a total of 72 games for Chelsea across all competitions. Ollie claims the
Chris.
point.
No, well done, mate. Fair play to you.
I'm sorry to tell you, that's 3 games off.
One of you is 3 games off.
Oh, well played, Chris. I honestly a bit unlucky there with you. You had the chance to knock me out, but good call on Romania.
Yeah, to be fair though, good loan army that.
Yeah. There you go, you greedy bastards. It was an extended loan army.
I really want people to remember these sort of loan armies. I think me and Berth have done it once as well, where we finished every single answer. I want them to remember that when one of us goes out with our first answer, which does happen.
100%.
That's how it works. Ball knowledge is not universal.
Today we learnt a lot. We learnt that there's some familiar faces in the Last Chance Saloon. There, we learnt that I can't read. I also can't
You
count.
can't count.
We learnt a lot today, listener. We learnt a lot, all in the space of 60 minutes. Aren't you blessed for listening? And of course, that means we're at the end of another episode. Thank you for tuning in. Before we go, don't forget we are proudly partner of Head in the Game, mental health charity using football to support wellbeing and the community. Find out more at headinthegame.co.uk. Treat yourself well, look after each other. Always say it 'cause it is important. We'll be back on Monday. We've got reactions to the World Cup predictions that we made. And don't worry, I already know how bad mine were because I'm pretty sure none of my, well, maybe one of them came in. Maybe.
I think we all might have called one or two things quite well, but I don't know. We'll see.
We'll discuss it on Monday. So till then, that will be us signing off. You've been listening to At The Bridge Pod, a Chelsea FC podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for At The Bridge Pod. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leaving us a review is always appreciated.